Hello and welcome to another game of Fury of Dracula. Re-recording this because we had some issues with stuff, but it was the very first turn, so hopefully it will work this time. Which, it will, because you are hearing me say words, and, I don't upload. This is why I don't stream live. Actually, there's a couple other reasons, because when you stream live, people can just look at your stream and know where Dracula is, or where the hunters are. I'm playing as Dracula. When I first got into this game in 2nd edition, Heavenly Host on Mina, good info to know. When I first got into this game on 2nd edition, I played Dracula a lot because I'm always drawn to the faction which people say aren't as good as the others, and I see that as a challenge. And I love me a good challenge. For me, games are all about the challenge to push yourself cognitively in a way that makes you better, which I think, in a small way, games do. I figure if you're going to do something fun. Let's see what I have. This is not too dissimilar to my hand in the first game, so I won't complain about that. Since I hate it when vampire Draculas go to Central Europe, I will do a similar thing. Yeah, we'll go aristocratic. Ooh, a fog. Very good. No reason to place one of those yet. I just need to remember to play misdirect. I was saying, I don't know. I don't know. You only occasionally get bugs in this game. It is unfortunate because the game is so long, so when you get a crash, it, takes out the whole game. It's far better than it used to be when the game first came out. Now, I would say maybe 5% of the games ended crashes, and this last one was literally on the first turn, so it's not like we lost anything. When the game first came out, I would say 60% of games ended in crashes, so the devs really, really have done a good job supporting this game. Which I like. And I'm glad that it has continued to be supported because people continue to buy the game. Yeah, I'm starting in a place I don't usually do, so that's good. Now he'll probably trade that Heavenly Host to Godliving, or at least to do a trade and obfuscate the Heavenly Host, so we kind of need to operate under the assumption that they both have Heavenly Host. Which makes it less useful of information. But, info is info. Okay, and I'm going to misdirect. Yeah. And then I'm going to hide and throw down the Protective Saboteur. I've been coming around to the value of... I'm just going to do this so I don't forget. The value of bats. Not bats. Everyone knows bats is good. But of spies. Since horse economy is so much in the meta, and spies are the only way to really actively combat that, it's really... I can see why they're really good. Especially if you're able to snag 2 white ones. Of course, you never really know whether you've grabbed it or not, but either way, you usually still hurt their horse economy. And that's really good. Plus, you get to look at hunters' hands, or forcing them to lose an item. So you kind of want to use spies in situations where they're not really near large cities. So I think I moved to Strasbourg and then stay in Strasbourg for a while. Dark Hall feed, all of that stuff. And the reason why is I really like the wolf form from Strasbourg. It's such a really good move. Because, again, this is the only city on the map with 7 road connections. So the number of possible locations you can move to is really, really high. And wolf form increases that by a lot. And it's one of the reasons I tend to check Strasbourg. Okay, so we're having a mature happen, so I want to throw down kind of a nothing encounter. I'll actually throw down Desecrated Soil. It's not really a nothing encounter, but honestly my encounters are really good. So, yeah. Now, the annoying thing with doing, say, a dark call and then a feed is that part of the advantage of dark call is you get a bunch of encounters, but by using a bunch of powers, feed afterwards, I'm not throwing down as many locations to actually use those encounters. I'm a big fan of just doing a whole bunch of normal moves. Now, in this case, I don't want to because I'm as far away from the hunters, basically, as I can be. And so any move is going to move me toward a hunter, which kind of helps them, and I don't want to help them. Forewarned on Mina. Also good information to have. Not as good as, like, knowing Money Trail or Great Strength are out, but still quite good. Still quite good. More ticket tomfoolery going on, as you do as Godleming. I really do like the managing tickets aspect of this game. Once you understand that, the early game becomes far more interesting for the hunters. And it tends to go faster. The first week goes very fast, which is why I'm okay with this sort of... the first week being very samey. Some people have created variants to try to sort of artificially preset the first week, where you immediately start in the second week and Dracula is revealed, or his trail is revealed, and he creates a preset trail. That's cool, in theory, and I like the idea of that in theory. But I think Digital Edition just fixes it by making the game go fast. I mean, games go an hour and a half, and that's good for a board game. Yeah, we'll Dark Call. Let's see what we'll grab. Ooh, more fog. I will probably lose one of those fogs to Behind the Veil. And then there's Forewarned, of course, so... I have a... part of me wants to be aggressive with those fogs and throw them down early so that I know I at least get value out of them. But Behind the Veil may not come out. So we'll see. Sister Agatha. He'll probably use this for the search effect. Or maybe the ally effect. I can see it either way. I think I would search with her here. Yeah, that's a good guess. Off the run here. You know, it didn't get me, but these are the kind of places that are good to guess. I mean, after all, I'm actually here, so evil presence. That still gives good info. Always removing Spain is a good knowledge to have. Oh, right. He's having a discard. Are they discarded face down? They're not. So why don't they reveal? Yeah, I guess Dracula should look at this more to see, oh, what's in the hunter's hand? What are we not seeing here? Well, we're not seeing any knives. Yeah. So you can theoretically guess what the hunters have there. Although, I don't know, I think they're supposed to be discarded face down. I don't think the digital edition necessarily gets the rules on discarding face up and discarding face down correct. I never check here. I feel like cards should keep their facing when they're discarded. But I'll have to check the rules on that. And if the game gets it wrong, to change it. Because it just seems annoying for Dracula to be expected to, constantly be checking the discard pile to see what's in people's hands. I don't think that's the intent of how the game is supposed to work. So we'll feed here. Get those hit points back. Now we'll probably be discovered by newspaper reports, and now we can start moving. Although I don't think... Actually, yeah, let's wolf form here. Yeah, we'll wolf form. And then the question is, where do we wolf form to? I'm thinking 39. And then maybe we move like this. Or we wolf form, and we could even go somewhere like Nuremberg, which is closer to the... No, it's moving closer to the hunters. You don't want to move closer to the hunters. I guess 16, or maybe even 27 might be nice. And then we can move like this. Yeah, that's not bad. We have so many options. That's a good situation to be in. They should be able to get to Frankfurt. Yeah, because just a normal move and then a 2-rail, they'll get there. But I can use the hide to protect. Unless he has dogs. Which is why dogs in the first week is a good idea. I'm a fan of it, to protect specifically against this situation. Doing the hide in the first week, however, also has risk associated with it, because it adds wax cylinders as one of those silver bullet cards, one of those cards that will find your location. And it'll reveal a lot, actually. So, yeah, it's the kind of thing that is really, if he's doing that, I may go down to 15. Well, no, I think maybe 39. It's just so far away from the rest of the hunters. Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, it's hard to say no to moving away from the hunters. Of course, if Rufus Smith is in play, which he is, moving west is going to basically guarantee that we want to move. Oh, he didn't search with them. Ah, I can understand that. He might have a surprising return to bring him back in. So now we definitely want to wolf form. And then I'm not sure I want to go here, because he could guess me with one of these. And I don't think I want to give him the chance to guess. Yeah, I think I go 30, and then we decide what we do after that. And we stay near the coast, and if things go badly, then we can move into a port and throw down fog. And do I have a hoax? Because we'll want to throw down the hoax. Oh, I do have a hoax. Okay. Yeah, so we'll wolf form. Yeah, look at all these places I could go. So many places. I'll go to 30. And we will throw down the hoax. I don't know why he didn't try to clear this. Maybe he didn't have dogs, and so he didn't want to, just didn't think it was worth it. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't go. I guess you really should go for dogs in the early play to deal with this kind of activity, because 7 points is a lot. And you don't want to just give Dracula that. Maybe Godleming didn't draw dogs. Seems unlikely. There's a lot of dogs in the deck. And Godleming draws 2. It's possible he drew a bunch of really good cards and didn't want to go for it. And you don't know that Dracula is going to draw a Saboteur and do this thing. So, and, you know, sometimes Draculas just don't do it because they don't want to risk the wax cylinders. So it's a total cost-benefit thing. Oh, connection timed out. Don't worry about this. It happens and it'll reconnect. One of the advantages of a turn-based game is that these things aren't a big deal. You know, if it's like a Twitch shooter, those kind of disconnects can be a huge problem, but 'tis not. Now, the vampire maturing isn't really going to obfuscate at all. Ooh, and I'm actually... it's kind of an annoying spot to be. I might be able to sneak around them. Oh, can she get them? Oh, I guess she can. And she has forewarned, actually. So... Um... Yeah, she'll have to use the forewarned here, which, and this is one of the good uses of forewarned, yeah. So really, all we're accomplishing here is burning a forewarned with a saboteur, which is good. I mean, that's value we're getting. It's not 7 points, but yeah, the week 1 rumor tokens can be dealt with pretty consistently. So I mean, I wouldn't worry about them. I think I want to stay on land here. This is actually one of the most fun types of situations to be in the Fury of Dracula game, is this whole... I have hunters all around me, but they don't know necessarily that they're all around me. And it's like, can I sneak past them? It's really fun. I mean, I might faceplant and die, yep. And he did it. I'm gonna give him a... well done. Because, you know, I like it when hunters play well. Because I'm a hunter, player, teacher. I don't think I want to go here because I think Godleming might rail there. I don't think someone can get here. Someone's probably going to want to go to Strasbourg. Van Helsing's obviously going to land here. Yeah, let's go to Nuremberg. And I'll throw down a Bats. Promote Frankfurt to a lair. Yeah, if I remember correctly, Frankfurt is reasonably high traffic. So I'll go with the Rats. Some people have been saying the Rats has a little more value in the sense that it's unblockable damage, and so it's better than Wolves in that regard, because Wolves, you can block all the damage. I totally understand that. That's reasonable. And the idea of throwing down double Rats to do 4 unblockable damage, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. So it's not like you don't get value from it. I just generally think Wolves is generally more useful, which isn't to say that there aren't situations where Rats isn't better. But obviously, like, Sisgani Bodyguard is better in every way. It has a mature effect, it still does the 2 unblockable damage, and it can't be blocked by dogs, and it does an extra 2 damage if they don't have a weapon. Yeah, Sisgani Bodyguard, quite good. And the mob, quite good. It's like, it's not like Rats can't be used, it's just like every other encounter is better. Okay, so I got both fogs. Because I have both fogs and I saw a forewarn go away, that's part of the reason why I'm not really too scared. If things go pear-shaped, I can just escape through fog. Now, using fog on land and not at a port, it does limit its effectiveness. So that should be noted. Now what I really don't want to do is get discovered by Godling on the first turn. That would be really bad. Then Mina and Seward will likely be able to jump onto my location. And yeah, next time you're playing as hunters and you're like, man, I have no idea where Dracula is, I'm doing so poorly, everything's going bad. Look at this game, because I actually have a ton of hunters all around me. And yeah, that's a scary situation to be in. And I don't necessarily know what my next move will be. Ooh, I think I will ambush with this. Wait, no, she has Heavenly Host. So I don't want to just freely get rid of the Heavenly Host for her. Oh yeah, oh, and then this will scan France. This won't scan Germany. So I might move... I should definitely clear Frankfurt as a location. And then actually, I think I like the idea of moving back to Frankfurt. Okay. Desecrated soil. Ooh. What will I get rid of? I think I will still get rid of the rats. I think I'll get rid of the aristocratic vampire, actually. Those are... I'm discovering more and more that they're not necessarily great. And I kind of like the rest of these, so yeah. As much as I feel like you should cycle 3, sometimes don't. Okay, he has Heavenly Host, that's good to know. Mina also has Heavenly Host, so that's a little scary. So I would think... I would think they would start maneuvering towards double spaces away. So yeah, I'm going to clear this layer. Which I do wish there was a pop-up to tell you. This layer has been cleared. This is a very scary move. Kids, don't try this at home, but... yeah, I'm going to go with the mob, because if they do both move into my space, I can get some value from the mob. Do I have a vampire here? No. I think I might put a... I should put a rumor token on Nuremberg, though. And make him go check that out, and surprise, it's bats. Which is how some people use rumor tokens. Some use rumor tokens almost exclusively just to obfuscate. Or just to trick people into going into trap cards. And then they protect their vampire. Yeah, obviously 38 would have been the worst move, because clearly he's going to be going to 38. So we'll see if he finds me. It could get bad if he does. If he does find me, I'll save the mob for the second hunter. And good on him if he finds me, because he should see, oh, the lair was cleared. But he's probably doing, yeah, he's probably going to go and check these two space away things. So he's actually moving away from me. This is actually classic Fury of Dracula, in the sense that this is what people think Fury of Dracula is the hiding and the obfuscation and all of that. And yeah, that's exactly what's going on here. This is a deductive part of the game right here. And yeah, part of it is because I used wolf form really early, so I'm really, really limited in my ability to escape. I've given up movement and basically combat power as well, because I haven't been throwing down vampires, or even a lot of encounters to weaken them off, in exchange for being hidden. And that trade-off is the thing you can do. I remember if you've watched my other videos where I talk about the 3 games within Fury of Dracula. Dracula players can choose which of those games they want to focus on. Do they want to focus on the movement game, do they want to focus on the deduction game, or do they want to focus on the combat game? And there are different things that they can do to do that. Pirate Dracula is a strategy that focuses on trying to win the movement game at the cost of the combat game by taking a bunch of damage. And at the cost of the deductive game by being like, okay, I'm at sea, that's free information to you. Does that work? Well, it works very well against some people. Maybe it doesn't work well against other people. That's sort of the nature of the game. You'll probably see that disconnect-reconnect thing because I have really bad internet. I don't know. I think I need to just switch out my Category 5 cable. But it's not really a problem when you're playing as Dracula. Just go ahead and say this. What'll probably happen when I reconnect is that it'll just go through all of the hunter's turns really fast. And then it'll be done. There'll be the turns. Which is fine. It does sort of illustrate the problem that can arise from when you have a lot of downtime, which was a much bigger problem in the physical version of the game. There's a ton of downtime for Dracula in the digital version of the game, or the physical version of the game. It was very much a oh yeah, here we go. Okay, the game was very much a long game, a big, epic, 3-hour style game that just did a whole bunch. Okay, hold on. Can you do this so I can see? It's just coming in slowly. I forget. This is desecrated soil, so I don't want to ambush with this. Although I've already seen like 2 heavenly hosts. Yeah, I think I will actually ambush with this. Oh no, it's the hoax. I can't ambush with that. Very good. I guess that appeared to him as, man, he sure is taking a long time to decide if he wants to do this ambush. Yeah. So we will see. Yeah, if you're getting that connect disconnect thing, just stick around. It'll go away. Don't worry about it. That's my general advice. Unless you do worry about it, in which case I don't know what to tell you. Unless this is a problem on his end. I don't know. Oh, okay, he's just thinking. Right, yeah, I mean, of course he would be thinking. He just revealed that I'm 2 spaces away, and he's like, okay, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? Who do I want to be? What is life? And the secrets of the universe. What is my relationship with God and the consequences of my sin? How should that change how I act in the existence of a just and terrible God who will punish sin? That's probably what he's thinking about. Revealing when Dracula's in Leipzig tends to cause you to have lots of big, significant theological questions about what happens to you after you die. Yeah, that's why Martin Luther actually came up with the 95 Theses. He just went to Leipzig like once, and that just happened. That did it to him. Okay, interesting. So what we want to do here... Oh man, we are actually... this is fun. This is fun Fury of Dracula. We are really surrounded right here. Okay, so this is a bit of a... This will be a bit of a, like, a real risk. But what I want to do... First of all, I'm going to misdirect Strasbourg. I'm going to have to use... I think I'm going to have to use fog here. So either I hide and throw down fog, which... What am I on? Yeah, I don't like that. Unless, do I have 2 mobs? Now, this is another trick. Mobs are so powerful, you can double mob a group of hunters and you do just absurd damage. But I think I just move and throw down fog. Yeah, and then I use the fog on the second hunter to move in. It seems like a waste of fog, but it really isn't. Yeah. I'm less worried about using these early because, I mean, I think Behind the Veil is going to grab one of these. Let's see. I wanted to throw this, yeah, on the bat. So I'm going to do this. I really want to force them to go after that because it'll slow them down. Although, if Godleming and Seward move into this space, Mina is most likely going to move into this space. And then I can fog and capture all 3 of them. That would be the dream situation. And normally I wouldn't really do that, but since we've seen one forewarned, I'm not really worried about a second forewarned. The odds of him having that is low. It's not impossible, but it's low. Now, it becomes higher when you consider the fact that there's multiple hunters. And only one of them needs it, because the way the way the digital version interprets it, and I think I understand interpreting it that way as well, is that when fog goes off, all of the hunters in the space have been ambushed by it because they are all affected by it. Similar idea, I think, to the mob going off. Anyone would be able to use Forewarn there because it says every hunter. And fog affects every hunter. I mean, they all become delayed if it's day, and they all are trapped there. So, yeah, that fog didn't need a buff, so that makes sense. Okay, where's she going? Aha! Oh, I have fooled them! I have fooled them with my chicanery and tomfoolery, and my various revelments of rapscallion and other sorts of old-timey words. Ha ha ha. Okay, so let's see. I want to go to 42 here. I think is the obvious move. Godleming has double fast horses. Had to trade at some point. Okay, don't tell me that. Okay. But don't tell me that. Unless he's lying, in which case, you know, well done. I don't know necessarily what I would do with the information. But yeah, when you have double fast horses, you want to get those fast horses to the folk who need them. Let's see. I don't want you to be. Oh, don't worry. Oh, don't worry. If I criticize your moves, it will be done purely to get into your head and make you make you double think things. Don't worry about what other people think of your moves. In the end, all that matters in a game is victory or defeat. See, other people would say that in the end, the only thing that matters is having fun. I think that's actually kind of selfish and short-sighted. I think you should try to learn something from a game. Any game that takes skill, I think you should try to learn something from it, even if it's a small thing. And games that don't take skill are the ones that aren't fun, and there's a reason for that. Fun is actually the byproduct of like learning and being challenged cognitively, and being mentally stimulated, and all of these types of things. Yeah, I'll go here. I'll throw down. What's a good? I actually think Desecrated Soil is pretty good here because it's high traffic. Well, no, but there's a lot of Heavenly Host tokens out. Maybe a Spy? No, Spy is kind of a combat card. I guess I haven't thrown down a Vampire in a while. Yeah, we'll throw down a Vampire. We'll throw down a new one. So that, because she lasts longer. And then we'll be around just in time. Yeah, I think I fooled him with the misdirect. And the removal of layers. Always keep checking layers. I will ambush with this. Though it's a little tricky, because if I move him here, next move he can actually move here. So, that, in a way, that's actually moving him faster. So maybe I want to move him to 38. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I guess he could still move there. But that's no different than his current situation. I guess I could move him here. I don't know. This isn't the best rats. I knew I should have used my accelerators to see what it was. Well, hindsight and all that. Yeah, it was a trick. It was a trick. The Nuremberg thing. I think rumor tokens is good when you can use them like that. I mean, look at the first rumor token I used. I might as well have not placed it because he was able to kill the vampire. And so, at least that's an argument. But of course, if he hadn't had the forewarned, he could have totally gotten that and taken care of it. Ooh, I've gotten into his head at this point. Yeah, I think I'll just move him back to 60 because he knows I'm not there. That's the general thing you do with bats, is you just move them back to where they came from. And this is when you can do a lot of bluffing of, like, actually moving them towards you, and you're going to think that you're moving them away from you. Oh. No, I will make him search and get the fog, because that will actually eat his day action. You would ambush with the fog if you're trying to protect Dracula. And also, when you ambush, there's a chance you can forewarn it. Although, honestly, I wouldn't even forewarn in this circumstance because it's not at a port city. And so it actually doesn't eat his move action. It just would have protected me from the fight. And then I think maybe I do something like moving to a port, throwing down something I want to mature, and then using a fog to protect it? That could be good. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to do that in time. Oh, I think you might have not wanted to do that. A 1v1, you love to see it. And now that bats isn't going to be all that useful. We'll go with the Mesmerize. Aha! Well done. Mesmerize is a very common opening. I do wish they showed you both hands here. I could be picking my card. That's how it works in the physical game. But programmers think in a very much this happens and then this happens sort of way, which is fine. Okay, we'll go with the Fangs. Get the healing out. And she'll probably run away here. Yes, she will. And that's a standard thing you can see from vampire fights. You know, 2 to 4 damage is what you can expect. Which, yeah, in that sense, maybe Rats is better. It's more complicated than that, because there's a lot more to the value of a card than just the... Aha! Escape route, well done. There's a lot more than just how good they are in terms of combat. Should be getting a prompt to move Godleming here. Come on, come on. Maybe I need to do this, and then this. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Whoop. I'll move you here. Well, hindsight and all that. Absolutely 100% not taking that fight. Yep, good choice. Yeah, you don't want to take an early fight like that. Not a 1v1. Like, he really does not want me to escape his bat. Because Wolf Form's about to come off cooldown. It's just, yeah, it's just a bad situation. Oh, he's using wax cylinders. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, and, yeah, now he can probably safely ignore that space. Haha, surprise, fog. Probably didn't expect that. Yeah, I'll go to 30 now. I like going North Atlantic and then a single move because there's so many different places that I could go. Yeah, so I'll do that. And I guess I will go with Desecrated Soil. Yeah, I like the idea of healing. I'm going to take some damage here. No Night Supply tempting. Hey, Night Supplying is fine. Night Supplying can work when it works. When it doesn't, goodness, David, doesn't work, it doesn't work. Yeah, that's how Night Supplying is. Can't say much more than that. Yeah, now I don't want to go too fast, because going to C actually isn't necessarily the best move right here, because let's say I go North Atlantic and then North Sea. At that point, I'm actually moving towards some hunters. You know, you want to wait until hunters are really right on you to go to sea, in my opinion. Yeah, no supplying makes sense. Which will give me time to set up my protection. In fact, I may not even go fog here. Well, That actually is pretty good, dropping them off in 15. Um, question is, when do I think Behind the Veil is going to pop? And I think maybe it will. I'm also a fan of using your fogs so that you can go through the deck again and potentially get a third fog, which I have had happen, and it just feels really good. Yeah. Of course, I have seen a Forewarned gone, so the chance of the fog saving me is pretty high. But if I hold on to it for a really long time, I mean, he's shown that he likes the day supplies. Yeah, I think I'll use it here. I'd rather lose a bats than lose a fog. Heck, I'd rather have a vampire with a rumor token on it get staked than lose a fog. Fog is just so good. This is newspaper reports. Yeah, it's not. I guess it'll help a little bit here. Although they should be able to suss out where that is. We will. Do I need to. Misdirecting Strasbourg accomplish anything? No, these two aren't adjacent. Adjacent, I think is the correct way to mispronounce it. So we will hide, we will throw down the fog, and I don't have to worry too much about Behind the Veil. Promote Leipzig to a lair. Yeah, I'll do that. Put some wolves on there. Wolves aren't that good. So I've obfuscated to a reasonable degree. I may be able to pull off a Dark Call on a feat, since I am being protected by fog. Which I like. I like the idea of doing that. Really going to burn through that deck of encounter cards. Of course, feeding now is going to limit the healing that I can get from the ocean, but I think hopefully the Desecrated Soil will help me out there. Maybe it'll help me out. At the very least, it'll give me even more encounters, so I think the chances of me getting that next fog actually reasonably high. Though I do know Mina has a Heavenly Host, so yeah. Oh, but I have Wolf Form off cooldown. I might Wolf Form right here. That could be a good move. Though that'll make it so that when I go to C, I'm not able to Wolf Form. Yeah, it's probably better to just go C, C, and then Wolf Form. Yeah, it depends on how much they move here. We'll see. And I don't think I'm going to get anything from this mob. They're all going to be out of Germany by the time that happens. Yeah, I'll ambush. Since new vampires have a lot of hit points, I'm not too worried about her just dying here. I'll go. Yeah, I really don't have a lot of good stuff. I'll go with claws, I guess. That damages it whether he escapes or whether he punches. Yeah. Two damage, so I'm glad I did the ambush. Hopefully they'll be too busy dealing with Paris to get to this, although I think they're likely going to be able to get to this. Man, a move would be so risky here. I really don't want to move. Although, a Dark Call, the fog would still protect me. Hmm. Assuming, of course, that, you know, they don't have forewarned. I am in France. Yeah, no, I gotta go to sea. Yeah, I'm going to sea now. He doesn't necessarily know that I went to the North Atlantic. Nuremberg to a lair. I kind of like all of these. So I'm gonna say no. Wait, was Nuremberg revealed? I'm gonna say no. Now here, with this going to a lair, I actually do want to turn that into a lair because it stays face down. And then I can move there, and it stays face down, and I can actually put a lot of stuff. So I could put like a bodyguard, for example, on top of this mob, and then if I move there again, I get to put another thing, and that gets really fun. Then I can like triple ambush with damaging encounters, and yeah, that's just great fun. One of the really fun things to do in this game, in my opinion, is overstacking hideouts. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't usually have this problem. As you've seen from my videos, this doesn't usually happen, but it'll happen. Or it'll fix itself eventually, and it's again not as big of a problem when you're playing as Dracula, because he's still taking turns. Yeah, don't worry about that. It's going to wait for him to act, and then it'll let me X out of the location. Now, what happens is I'd have to move back to Nuremberg, and it would be revealed that I did go to a lair, but it wouldn't, like, reveal the location. Now, if he's been paying attention and remembering, he should be able to be like, oh, yeah, that was that one place. Where was that? And then he's like, oh, that's right. It was in Nuremberg. So maybe I won't move back to it, but, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, all of these turns are going by really fast because he actually already did all of these turns, and it's apparently waiting on me. Local rumors. That will, yep, provide useful information to him. Surprising return. Probably pulling Rufus Smith out. Yep, that makes sense. So I'll take a little extra damage from that. So the obvious play is North Sea into down here. Now, I kind of like the idea of going English Channel and then 33, because I think a lot of people don't know how to deal with London. Yeah, nobody's in Germany. This is here. Oh, but I really, you know what, purely for the memes, because I want to show what it's like, and this is a reasonable move. I want to try to revisit this lair. Yeah, Rufus Smith will do me damage. Promote Frankfurt with this Isgani mob to a lair. Yes. And then I get to double stack it with a bodyguard. Yes. And then by the time I get there, hopefully I'll have another damaging encounter that I can throw on it. And if not, I can throw a vampire there, and then I have a mob, and a bodyguard, and a vampire, and I can hit all three of them on somebody. And that is what the kids refer to as very cash money, I think. Of course, the most cash money card is, of course, Money Trail, because it actually involves money. Local rumors. Ah, shame that that wasn't like in here, or well, or if he was adjacent to one of the spaces that could reveal. Evil presence again. Oh man, oof! You hate to see those things go away because those could have been so useful if somebody was on a ocean location. Now, when Dracula moves, you want to think to yourself, "Can I get to England ahead of time?" That's something that you want to think about. I think I'll wolf form to 30. Actually, 16 I think is a thing that not a lot of people will check. Yeah, going here and then staying in England would very much be the unsuspected. Now this one is revealed, right? Leipzig is revealed. Frankfurt is not. So I don't want to move to Leipzig, and I should probably kill that encounter. In fact, I think I want to just to shuffle the wolves back in, because I really want to get a damaging encounter. Although, where's Leipzig? Leipzig's right here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to want to clear that, just as a possible location. Yeah, that would have been really dumb if I had moved here and then accidentally revealed myself. I think I've lost games doing that, and I've won games when Dracula's accidentally done that, and it feels really bad. And then the thing you want to do, once you put 3 encounters on it, is you draw hidden schemes, and then you stack a 4th one on it. Yeah, we'll clear Leipzig. And then I will... can I wolf form to Strasbourg? No? Okay. Yeah, I'll wolf form. This is a pretty uncommon place to go. So I'll do it. This might be me being stupid, but get over it. I guess I'll go with a hoax. There's a chance I can pull this hoax off. Promote Strasbourg to a lair. Revisiting a lair. Yes, I will. Well, what would I put there? I guess a spy? I'm gonna say yes. I'll promote it to a lair. I guess a spy is okay. Maybe this should have been a spy. And yeah. And let's see. Frankfurt is here. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I move there just yet. I might actually clear Strasbourg and move to Strasbourg. Speedy Telegraph. Oh, let's see. Oh, he probably has... Oh, he probably has Hypnosis. Yeah, he's going to use Hypnosis. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, go ahead and use Hypnosis. Yeah, that's very good. I'm in Germania. We have an insurance company here in America called Germania. So that makes me think of that. Their catchphrase is "Trust Germania." Are you gonna stop this vampire from maturing? I mean, it's only 3 points, but oh, I guess not. He's probably resigned himself and been like, "It's fine. It's just 3 points. I can deal with that. I can survive 3 points." He's probably guessing this is worse, and I don't know. Actually, I don't know which of those is worse. Okay, when you have Speedy Telegraph in play, it's very hard to think about what precisely you want to do. It's a good place to go, good guess. But not to be. Man, I really wish I had another mob. Double mobbing is just so... Because it's like, oh, take the 3 damage. Like, okay, do you want to take another 3 damage? And then it's like, ooh, that's a lot of damage, to quote Bill Swift. That's a lot of damage. Okay, I do want to get rid of Strasbourg, because I want him to think that that is a possible location for me. Which it is. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. Man, it is going to be so risky to go here. I'm basically banking on the fact that he won't put together that that's my location. And this is, again, this stays unrevealed. I wish there was something in the UI to illustrate that. But yeah, it stays unrevealed. And you don't become revealed when you move to a lair. It stays in whatever category it was. So if it was revealed at the time, it stays revealed. If it was unrevealed at the time, it stays unrevealed. Okay, yeah, I'll ambush with this spy. Okay, I will get rid of... Oh, he revealed and discarded his stuff. Okay, so he had a knife and a heavenly host. Good to know. Man, it's going to be so risky going there. Ooh, but what I might do, which would probably be a better move, since the vampire is going to mature, is to go north back into here. Well, no, but the Rufus Smith is in play. I really don't want to be dealing with Rufus Smith right now. And part of me wants to do this just to test it, because this should not reveal me. If it does reveal me, that's a bug. So let's go to Frankfurt. And yeah, see, it's not revealing me. I will use a new vampire here. Promote Paris with a new vampire to a lair. No, I will mature that. Okay, I'll take the points. No, I don't want to put a rumor token on there. Yeah, 3 encounters. You love to see it. He'll probably find me and I'll probably die. But I'm glad I could show you this. Now, usually, like, I'm not purposely making a bad move. Like, if it works, it works. It's harder with playing as Dracula. That's a little more guessy, which is why I don't tend to like it as much. But I did want to at least show you guys this strategy and to try it out, see if it works. How bad can it be? If all 3 of them move into my space and I ambush with all 3, I kind of love that. So what would happen is, if Godlemming moved in, I would ambush with just the vampire. Next person moves in, I ambush with just the vampire. Next person moves in, I ambush with the vampire, the bodyguard, and the mob. And then it's just massive damage. And then I probably still die, but maybe I can take a couple of them with me. And yeah, that's theoretically really good. Although, hold on, no, since I know Van Helsing has a knife, I don't want to ambush him with the bodyguard. Oh yeah, he's like, what? Okay, yeah, oh, and that's why I used both of my fogs. Which means I actually wasted that fog, the one in 39. So in a sense, Behind the Veil actually still killed a fog here. Which is that's kind of silly. Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe I do, I don't know. Oh, he didn't find me. He didn't get me. It didn't work. Oh, it feels good. I would love if I get hidden schemes and I can throw another encounter on that. Oh, that would be just so much fun. It'll be so much fun. Aha. Okay. Well, now I actually probably am super host. Because, like, seriously, I have nowhere to go that isn't, like, a hunter's location. But he hasn't seen the second fog, so he probably thinks that this is fog. And when I'm holding back encounters, he's probably going to be like, oh, he's holding back fog. I need to be careful of that fog. In fact, I'm gonna feed and pretend I have fog here. Oh man, this game has been such a bluffing game, which usually you don't have as Dracula. Usually it's about efficient movement and managing proper ambushes. In this one, it's just me blazingly bluffing. Although I guess I could hide. Oh my gosh. Yes. No, if I hide, I throw down another thing. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh. And if it's a wolves, that hits everybody. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh, wow. So I'll have 2 AoE encounters. I mean, I'm still probably going to die, but I can hit every single hunter with 2 cards that hit everybody, and a vampire. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. So we do the now maybe doing like a ton of vampires would have been better, like double vamping with the mob. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. I don't even care if I win in this. This is just fun. And yes, I said all that matters is winning. I do think that testing a strategy out to see if it works, and even if you think it's subpar, but testing it out to be like, hey, is this any good? Trying out this strategy, I think that's perfectly legitimate and perfectly fine. Okay, yeah, he still hasn't found me. Okay, here we go. Now, if it's just the two of them... Oh, I don't know what to do if it's just the two of them. Oh yeah, he thinks it's fog. He thinks it's fog. He doesn't want to move in because he thinks it's fog. Oh, and he knows. He knows. I think he knows. Oh, he thinks it's fog. He doesn't want to move in. And now I feed. Oh, I can't believe I'm pulling this off. Oh, this is building up this just basic massive lair, and they're laying siege. This has become a siege game now. I didn't even know Fury of Dracula could be a siege game, but here it is. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it. Yeah, he's basically digging for fog at this point. Now, the tricky part becomes, when do I ambush? Because he could send 2 hunters in and be like, I don't want to risk sending in the other hunters. Yeah, moving, literally, I can only move to hunter's location. So we will feed. Come on, run into my fog. Do it. Do it, you imp. Because the thing, if he moves in, there's a chance I can escape his bat. And, oh wait, no. I was gonna say if I escape his bat, I remove this wolf form, but that's not true. That is actually fake news. And then do I dark call to for the just to get the encounters? Oh no, see the thing is he actually doesn't have to find me. But the thing, I don't think he knows that I'm here. I think... maybe he has. Maybe he has figured it out and he's just going to wait me out. And then I won't be able to use my big epic thing. But, I mean, that's how you do hunters. You don't want to fight Dracula on his terms. This would be super fun, though. I really would like to use this. Yeah, for all he knows, I'm in Amsterdam. What's nice about doing this, though, is that I could draw fog here. I didn't do it. Oh well, it happens. So of these, which do I go for? If I were to do an attack, and I think, like, Van Helsing? Well, no, Mina would be the one... Oh, okay, well, this is going to reveal the situation. Alright. And if he's smart, he's probably just going to stick around. Yeah, he's just sticking around. He's going to make them move to me. Is she even... Wait, did she not even searched Cologne? I want him to... Oh, yeah, but, like, if you set a big trap like this, the smart hunters aren't going to move into the trap. And I guess here we're seeing the weakness of Central Europe, if the hunters can figure it out. Let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3... And that's adjacent. guess Mina's better. Well, no, I should go for Van Helsing because I know it's in his hand. So we will do that. Yeah. So there's a chance that I can kill him here. And that's decently fine. Yeah, Renewed Vigor is the correct choice. So the question is he going to go for the knife or the Heavenly Host? And we will see. Man, I love that I was able to just make that. I would have liked better, of course, if I had been able to use it, but he wisely didn't go in. Because, yeah, that would have been a bit of a train wreck. I guess a strength here makes sense. Although Mesmerize is kind of hedging my bets. Well, not really. It's not really hedging my bets. So, yeah, do I think he went knife or went Heavenly Host? I think he went knife. So we'll Mesmerize. Yeah. Let's see if I was correct. Oh, he tried to escape. Interesting. Okay. Didn't expect that. Oh yeah, I guess he doesn't want to, he doesn't need to do his special moves at all. Mina has a Heavenly Host, I think. Okay, I'll go for Strength here. Hits are hits. Oh, maybe I should have... Oh, well, I was going to say maybe I should have done Fangs, but obviously I should not have. Now, here I should do Fangs. Here, Fangs is good against basically all of this. Yeah. Fangs will beat the Heavenly Host. Fangs will heal me if he escapes, which is good. Basically, the only bad thing is if he dodges, and it's not even that bad. Yeah, okay, so I'll get some healing, and I'll get him within killable range with claws, and yeah. We'll see how this be. And if I get 2 kills, I win. Which is theoretically possible. I don't think it's that possible, though. Yeah, I think Godleming has a Heavenly Host, actually. So I think I would Fang Godleming, but Mina has a... I know Mina has a Heavenly Host, so I kind of have to Fang Mina. If I don't, I'll Strength Van Helsing, because I think we know that he has... a knife? Oh yeah, he's most likely gonna go knife. And oh, he'll heal. Ah, that's very good. Yeah, that's a good move. So he's no longer in killable range. So yeah, we'll get a big epic fight to end it. Of course, I would have liked to use all of my cool tricks, but you don't always get to, and that is maybe a lesson y'all can learn in this here game. But a big epic fight to end it, I am always a fan of. Ah, Lucy's Revenge. Yeah, that'll be theoretically helpful. You also want to see how quickly they play a card. That can give you some info on what goes down. But yeah, I basically have no real chance of victory here. I also didn't draw a Fangs, so we'll go with breaking this knife. Oh, he did go Heavenly Host. Ah, a risky play. But obviously it paid off here because it didn't play Fangs. He's probably saying GG, which may be true, but don't say GG until the final credits roll, is my opinion. But other people disagree with that, and that is fine. That's how the game goes. And sometimes you don't draw what you want. But yeah, hopefully we'll know that you can do that whole trick with stacking up encounters. But in Central Europe, you have a lot of escape routes, but you can be blocked off. And that is what you should do in a game. When you want to force Dracula to come to you. GG, well played. Yeah, haven't managed to create a big hideout like that before. I actually didn't have fog and it was totally bluffing the whole time. So yeah, the better play, and again, it's really hard to judge anything by hindsight here. Would have not been using wolf form to move, but just to land, and then using the wolf form to escape, since I was planning on moving to that location to make it a super place. Not just desecrated. So, Nantes. Yeah, no, Nantes was just desecrated soil. But yeah. So, yeah, if you're planning on revisiting a lair, even if it's face down, they can still usually figure out a lot of its location. I am still a fan of creating those super encounters. And then, with a vampire there, it has a super mature effect. But they'll still, I think, be able to determine your location, and so I think it's a good idea. I think what I'm learning here is that no consecrated ground. It happens. You want to be able to, I think, use wolf form to escape, especially in that circumstance, because there's a lot of places you can go to. But hopefully this was fun. I didn't get to use a big epic ambush, but maybe next game, or maybe never, or maybe not. But in any circumstance, have yourself some Godspeed.